What if the song stuck in your head right now could be your best defense against dementia? Most of us never realize that music isn't just pleasure, it's brain health. Later, I'll share a short clip of just 20 seconds from my own singing in a choir performance to show you my example, what this is like in real life. You'll also discover one musical habit I use regularly. And can you guess the music that excites me and at the same time helps relax me? And here's the fascinating news: there is scientific proof behind how this works. We'll uncover this in the third and finishing section, and then I'll give you some recommendations. You've probably heard this before: your brain needs challenge to stay sharp. But what if the most powerful mental workout is sitting quietly inside your music playlist? You may have a YouTube music playlist, or you can make one for different situations, different moods, and seasons of your life. Brain reserve is your brain's backup, extra capacity that helps you stay mentally sharp even when disease and aging begins to take its toll. But here's the thing: passive listening isn't enough. It's the same with passive listening to learn a language. You need active listening. Active listening is what you need. So you need active musical engagement. Try this. Pick up an instrument, brush up on your existing one, or just rehash an old favorite. Even simple chords to challenge your brain and reroute, adapt, and forge new neural pathways. I still remember wrestling with my first Bach prelude on the piano as a child, even before I knew the word neuroplasticity. Challenge yourself, switch genres, memorize lyrics, follow curated playlists, or make your own, of course. One day it's upbeat, another it could be meditative. One day could be classical, one day could be pop, another Christian, or just different languages. So each time you immerse yourself in melody with intention, with intensity, you build brain reserve or neural reserve, a hidden resource that might just protect your mind in the years ahead. Everyone responds differently. Some people brighten up with Mozart, others find meaning in local folk songs or Malay lullabies, Cantonese singing, or gospel harmonies. So I like all of them. I like classical. I was a trained classical pianist and I speak several languages. So I like the different music in different Chinese cultures as well. Fast or slow, stirring or soothing. What matters is that it feels meaningful to you. If you're liking this so far, please don't wait. Touch the like button and hit subscribe to support the channel. And for more clean, no hype, health and medical information that you can rely on. So, choiring to longevity, which is a type of social singing for well being. You might think humming alone is good, but it is. But the real magic is humming with harmony, humming in harmony with other people. Now, let's be honest. Many community choirs, especially performance based ones, do expect a certain level of musical proficiency. I'm lucky to be in one. And you can't completely be tone deaf and still expect to blend into a four-part harmony, sometimes even eight-part. But that doesn't mean singing in a group is out of reach. There are smaller community groups, church choirs, casual sing alongs, karaokes, or music circles where technical skill isn't the priority. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to show up and enjoy the music. And just allow yourself to take part in the camaraderie. And it's about sharing something joyful and not auditioning for something, not auditioning for the voice. Here's what the science shows: singing together, singing in harmony, there are brainwave synchronization. When voices align, the brains literally fire in sync, boosting empathy, trust, and human connection. Hormones surge, especially the oxytocin. So, singing along with others floods your system with this bonding hormone, helping to reduce stress and feelings of isolation. Studies show that people who sing together report better mood, reduced anxiety, and improved well being, both emotional and physical. Now, let me show you what this looks like in real life. Here's a short clip from our recent Choir Works choir performance that I was privileged to be part of. So, did you hear the blend of voices? And did you notice that many members of the choir are older? Many retired. And that's not a coincidence. This is community medicine in action. It shows it's never too late to strengthen your mind through music. Whether it's a formal choir or a casual gathering, being part of something shared rewires your emotional and cognitive systems for resilience. And if group singing is not your thing, don't worry. I've got another video on a different anti aging brain hack that might suit you better. Check it out next. Let's talk more about the science. Because, yes, music isn't just good for your soul, it's one of the most powerful tools we have to protect the brain, especially as we age. You've probably heard of brain games like crosswords and Sudoku, but research shows that music does more and the effects last longer, especially when memory starts to fade. When you sing, play music, or engage with rhythm and melody in an active way, your brain starts to adapt. It builds new connections even when you're older because of the fact neuroplasticity. It strengthens old ones and learns to work around areas that might be slowing down in your brain. And that's what keeps your thinking clear for longer. Music also helps control stress, especially when you sing with feeling and breathe deeply. That kind of regular musical practice can be a sort of exercise. It helps physically. It also helps the brain to protect your memory center and reduce the damage stress causes over time. And one of the most overlooked benefits: protection against loneliness. Loneliness is such a big problem in today's society. Singing with others creates connection, routine, and a shared sense of purpose. We now know that staying socially connected is one of the most important ways to lower your risk of dementia, and music makes that connection joyful. So, whether it's rhythm or lyrics, ballads or beat, that matters is the consistency, consistent engagement. Music keeps your mind flexible, your emotions balanced, and your brain more resilient. It isn't magic, it's proven, it's powerful, and it's something you can start today. So here's the real question: will you leave your brain health up to chance or explore one of the most joyful and science backed habits we have? And if music and singing strikes a chord with you, don't ignore it. Don't ignore the pull. It's more than just a hobby, it's one of the most effective and enjoyable anti aging habits out there. It's not just about the brain. Singing supports lung function, deep breathing, and better oxygenation, which helps everything from energy levels to your mood. You don't need to be a musician. You don't need to sound perfect. You need to start showing up for the music that moves you.